Hare Krishna, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We continue reading from Caitaniya Caritamita Adi Leela, chapter 10, text 50. Pratigraha nahi kare na daya karadhana atma vritti kare kutumba bharana. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Murari Gupta. We did that. Same time satisfied. Yeah, we did this one. Okay. 51. Chikitsa karena yare haya sadaya deha roga bhava roga duitara shaya. So we did this too. Shriman Sena Prabhura Sevaka Pradhana Caitanya Charana Vinu Nahi Janayana. Shriman Sen, the 22nd branch of the Chaitanya tree, was a very faithful servant of Lord Chaitanya. He knew nothing else but the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Shriman Sen was one of the inhabitants of Navadvip and was a constant companion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the 22nd branch of Caitanya tree is Shriman Sen. He was living in Navadvip and he was an associate of Lord Chaitanya. Shri Gadadhar Das Shakha Sarvopari Kaji Ganera Mukhe Yenha Bolaila Hari. Shri Gadadhar Das, the 23rd branch, was understood to be the topmost, for he induced all the Muslim Qazis to chant the holy name of Lord Hari. About 8 or 10 miles from Calcutta, on the banks of the Ganges, is a village known as Indiyadahagram. Indiyadahagram. Srila Haridas Das was known as an inhabitant of this village, Indiyadahavasi Gadadhar Das. So the 23rd branch is Sri Gadadhar Das. And he is being called, he was from a village on the banks of the Ganga near Calcutta, and the name of this village is Indiyadahagram. The Bhakti Ratnakar 7th wave informs us that after the disappearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gadadhar Das went from Navadvip to Katwa. So Gadadhar Das was living in Navadvip. And after Lord Chaitanya disappeared, he finished his manifest pastimes. Gadadhar Das went to Katwa. Katwa is the place where Lord Chaitanya took sannyas from Keshav Bharati. Thereafter, he came to Indiyadaha and resided there. He is stated to be the luster of the body of Srimati Radharani, just as Srila Gadadhar Pandit Goswami is an incarnation of Srimati Radharani herself. So Gadadhar Das is a separate personality and Gadadhar Pandit is another personality. Gadadhar Pandit is an incarnation of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani also came in Krishna in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, and she came as Gadadhar Pandit. And her bodily luster has also come. And her bodily luster has come as Gadadhar Das. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sometimes explained to be Radha Bhava Dyuti Subalita, or characterized by the emotions and bodily luster of Srimati Radharani. So Lord Chaitanya, he's Krishna himself. He's Krishna himself, but he's come in the mood of Srimati Radharani, the love of Srimati Radharani. He was come in the mood of Radharani to taste Srimati Radharani's love for Krishna. And so, as Srimati Radharani's complexion is golden, because Lord Chaitanya is in the mood of Radharani, Krishna, who's blackish, has become golden because of her mood, because of the emotions of Srimati Radharani. Gadadhar Das is this duty or luster. In the Gaur Ganadesh Dipika 154, he is described to be an expansion of the potency of Srimati Radharani. So we may not be able to understand what does it mean expansion? How does one expansion? How can the bodily luster of Srimati Radharani become this Gadadhar Das? But all this is on the spiritual platform. It's not on the material platform. It's transcendental. He counts among the associates of both Srila Gaura Hari and Nityananda Prabhu. As a devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was one of the associates of Lord Krishna in conjugal love. And as a devotee of Lord Nityananda, he is considered to have been one of the friends of Krishna in pure devotional service. So he is both. He is an associate of Lord Chaitanya and of Lord Nityananda. He is an associate of Krishna in conjugal love, in the mood of a lover, in the Madhurya Ras. And as an associate with Balaramji, he is in the mood of uh, friendship, mood of friendship. Even though he was an associate of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he was not among the cowherd boys, but was situated in the transcendental mellow of conjugal love. He established a temple of Sri Gaura Sundar in Katwa. So Gadadhar Das, he was an associate of Lord Nityananda. Mostly all Lord Nityananda's associates in Krishna Leela, they are the Gopas. The Gopas in Krishna Leela came in Chaitanya Leela as associates of Lord Nityananda. So Gadadhar Das, although he is an associate of Lord Nityananda, he is not a Gopa, but he has this mellow of transcendent, of conjugal love, Madhurya Ras. He's in Madhurya Ras. But here, as a devotee of Lord Nityananda, is considered to have been one of the friends of Krishna in pure devotional service. So he is associate of both of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, but he is in the mood of a conjugal. He has that conjugal mood. He established a temple of Sri Gaura Sundar in Katwa. In 1434 Shakabd AD 1512, when Lord Nityananda Prabhu was empowered by Lord Chaitanya to preach the Sankirtana movement in Bengal, Sri Gadadhar Das was one of Lord Nityananda's chief assistants. So Lord Chaitanya, with his Pancha Tattva, he spread this Sankirtana movement everywhere. And so he asked Lord Nityananda to go to Bengal to give this Hare Krishna, the Hare Krishna mantra to the inhabitants of Bengal. And Gadadhar Prabhu, he went with him. He is one of the assistants, chief assistant of Lord Nityananda. He preached the Sankirtana movement by requesting everyone to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. This simple preaching method of Srila Gadadhar Das can be followed by anyone and everyone in any position of society. One must simply be a sincere and serious servant of Nityananda Prabhu and preach this cult door to door. So we do not need to become great scholars. We do not need to have some great qualification. No, we simply request everyone, beg everyone, please, my dear sir, my dear um, lady, please take up this chanting of Hare Krishna. That's it. This is the method style of Lord Nityananda. This is the style of Gadadhar Das, and Prabhupada is saying anyone and everyone can follow this. In any position of society, doesn't matter who we are. We can simply request, we can beg another to please take up this chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. While Srila Gadadhar Gadadhar Das Prabhu was preaching the cult of Hari Kirtan, there was a magistrate who was very much against his Sankirtana movement. Following in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Gadadhar Das one night went to the house of the Qazi and requested him to chant the Hare Krishna Ma mantra. The Qazi replied, "All right, I shall chant Hare Krishna tomorrow." On hearing this, Srila Gadadhar Das Prabhu began to dance and he said, "Why tomorrow? You have already chanted the Hare Krishna mantra, so simply continue." So Gadadhar Prabhu, he is so empowered. He was very empowered, and the movement was becoming strong. At that time, India was ruled by the Muslim rulers, and they were not happy by this with this Sankirtana movement. So what happened that the magistrate was against this chanting of the Hare Krishna. So Gadadhar Das, as Lord Chaitanya had gone to Chand Kazi's house, when Chand Kazi was against the Sankirtan in Navadvip, and he broke the Mridanga. Then Lord Chaitanya organized the first civil disobedience movement. He organized thousands and thousands of people to march to the house of Kazi non-violently. And what they were doing, chanting Hare Krishna. And over there, Lord Chaitanya spoke to the Kazi. And Lord Chaitanya, of course, the Chankazi was already afraid because one night before Lord Nishingadev had come in his dream, in Chankazi's dream, and was threatening him that how you have broken my mridanga, how you're trying to stop my movement. And there were Lord Chaitanya's, I'm sorry, Lord Nishingadev's, he has the nails of the lion, those marks were on his body. And so he was already scared, and he declared to Lord Chaitanya, none of my descendants will ever stop this Sankirtana movement. And Chankazi he became a pure devotee. His samadhi is there still in Mayapur. And so following this mood of Lord Chaitanya, Gadadhar Prabhu also went to the Qazi's house. This is another Qazi. This is in Bengal. And then he requested him to chant Hare Krishna. And the Qazi was saying, not today. Tomorrow I will chant. Okay, tomorrow I will chant Hare Krishna. So Gadadhar Prabhu started dancing. He was so happy. He said, why are you saying tomorrow? You already started. You already said Hare Krishna. That's all I was requesting you to say anyway. Now you just continue saying Hare Krishna. Because the Qazi is like, okay, tomorrow I'll chant Hare Krishna. Tomorrow I'll chant Hare Krishna. But in this way, he's already chanted Hare Krishna. So we can see if we can just simply request anyone and everyone simply to say Hare Krishna, that is the greatest welfare activity that we can do. That is, following in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya. It's following in his footsteps of Gadadhar Prabhu, Lord Nityananda Prabhu. That's following the instruction of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya said, Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna upadesh. Wherever you go, whoever you meet, you tell them about Krishna. So this is how we tell about Krishna. We just tell people, please chant Hare Krishna. That's it. We do not need to be great philosophers, great scholars. No, nothing. Simply, please chant Hare Krishna. In the Gaura Ganodesh Tipika, verses 154 to 155, 154 to 55, it is said, Radha Vibhuti Rupa Ya Chandra Kanti Pura Praje Sa Shri Gauranga Nikate Dasa Vamshayo Gadadharaha Purnananda Vrajeya said Baladeva Pratiya Apriyagrani Sapi Karya Vashadeva Pravishattam Gadadharam. Srila Gadadhar Das was considered to be a united form of Chandrakanti, who is the effulgence of Srimati Radharani and Purnananda, who is the foremost of all Balaram's very dear girlfriends. Thus, Srila Gadadhar Das Prabhu was one of the associates of both Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. So in the Gaur Ganadesh Dipika, Gadadhar Prabhu's identity is revealed. He is a form of Chandrakanti. Chandrakanti, who's Chandrakanti? Chandrakanti is the effulgence of Srimati Radharani. The effulgence of Srimati Radharani is called Chandrakanti. And uh, Balaramji, he has a very dear girlfriend, foremost of Lord Balaram's very dear girlfriend, and she's called Purnananda. So Gadadhar Das is a combined form. Combined, these two personalities have combined Chandrakanti and Purnananda and come in Chaitanya Leela as Gadadhar Prabhu. And that's how Gadadhar Prabhu was an associate of both Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, because he is an expansion of the luster of Srimati Radharani and also an expansion of Balaramji's very dear girlfriend. So, Purnananda and Chandrakanti. So, we'll stop here for today if that's okay, and we can continue tomorrow. Yeah. Caitanya Caritamita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai.